Welcome to Tuesdays with Suzanne. Today's topic is when technical difficulties befuddle you, meaning when the technology that you normally use is working great one day and not working at all the next day, or you can blame it on Mercury being in retrograde, which it no longer is, or whatever happens when the physical reality that you normally count on isn't there. How do you regroup? How do you stay grounded? How do you stay present? So you can be creative in the process. And this is exactly what we've just done this morning, because the video capacity for Facebook, our private Facebook group live, isn't working. And it's a problem we've faced several other times, and this particular time there doesn't appear to be a resolution. So what we're doing instead is we're recording this particular Tuesdays with Suzanne and using what the universe has given us, what the cosmos has given us, to work with how we want to show up in the world when these things happen. Okay? So one of the pieces that I would like to say is that when things come up that are flustering and that may cause you to get a little anxious, one of the key pieces to do, particularly when none of the avenues you know how to work with are working, is to take a moment, drop back inside yourself, and begin to feel your bones. Begin to feel your heart. Begin to feel your pelvis. Begin to feel your feet on the ground. And if there were a shorthand, if any one of those would be the first one I would do, one of the first things I always do when I'm up against something like this is to feel my feet. Feel my feet. And I have actually a humorous story about this. When my son was about 5, I live on a very steep driveway, and he happened to be running after a ball down the driveway. And I could see as he was running down the driveway that he was getting more and more looking like he was going to fall straight on his face. And I was far enough away from him, I couldn't do anything except to stand there. And I yelled, "Feel your feet!" And I could almost see him go from looking like he was about to face plant to being upright and making it all the way to the bottom of the hill without falling on his face. And that has never lost. That memory has never gotten lost for me, because it was so apparent and so immediate and so dramatic. And feeling your feet is much the same way. So take a moment now, if you would, and think about something that's maybe a little agitating, something in your world that isn't going right. Please don't use your tsunami. Don't use your tsunami. Use something that just didn't quite work out, or is currently not working out. And as you do that, you can see it in your mind's eye. You can feel it in your body. You might be able to feel the way your gut clutches or your heart sinks, or something that goes on when we're up against the things that challenge us in life, the things where it's unknown as to how to deal with it. When you get there and you feel what it feels like in your body, take a moment now, as your eyes are closed and you're imagining and feeling this, and let yourself take a breath and sink on the exhale all the way down into your feet. Just yeah. And if it's enough of an issue that you need to take another breath in order to sink fully down into your feet, do that. In fact, breathe and exhale as many times as you need to allow your awareness, your conscious attention, to drop down, down, down into your feet. Yes. And inhaling and exhaling as long as you need to, until you can feel the soles of your feet resting on the floor or the earth or wherever you are right now. Sometimes, when I've got something particularly gnarly gnawing at me, I will inhale through my nose and I'll exhale through my mouth as though I'm expelling that gnarliness. I'm inhaling through my nose, though, because that helps stimulate the parasympathetic system. Exhaling helps you expel it. Inhaling brings in calm, even as you're dropping down into your feet. Remember that. I can actually feel my molecules of attention dropping as I exhale, all the way down, lower and lower in my body. Until I am indeed resting in the bottoms of my feet with my attention, my awareness, in this present moment. I don't let myself get sucked into the fear of what's coming or how bad it's going to be. I don't let myself get pulled into all the ways that I have failed in this arena before. I stay right here in this present moment, in the bottoms of my feet, feeling the sensation of the way that gravity holds and supports my feet and my tush on the chair, the backs of my legs resting on whatever is supporting me. I'm feeling what in the martial arts they call weight under, the things that are on the underside of who you are as you inhale and exhale. Good. Good. And as you get your feet firmly connected in your awareness, by putting down roots or light beams or rivers, whatever metaphor works for you, use it. But allow yourself to make that safe, unconditional connection with this resource, this rich resource that's with us all the days that we walk on the planet. It's the gravitational field of the earth. Connecting, letting ourselves drop more and more into the present moment. Here, connected to the earth. Good. Good. And I'm noticing within myself that I'm connecting more and more deeply as I inhale and exhale, letting the felt sense of the earth beneath me grow as I breathe, and inhaling calm, exhaling tension, and deeper connecting with the earth. Good. 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 And as I'm connecting, I'm noticing not only the feeling of being connected with the earth, but I'm starting to notice a sense of my bones. I can feel my sitting bones resting on the chair. I can feel the sensation of my backbone resting back in my chair. My leg bones, feet bones, arms and hand bones. I can feel the bones of my ribs, of my spine. Good. And as I regain more of a sense of the present moment, I can look at this circumstance before me that has befuddled me, that's getting in the way, that isn't working right. I can let my lens on it widen and deepen. And allow new information to start to come in from the breadth of this lens I'm creating by sitting in my bones and being grounded. New information will start to filter in to the present moment. It's like it's coming from behind you, above you, below you, from the sides. But it'll start to filter in ideas, images, thoughts, feelings will emerge. Notice them as they arrive. In some cases, the thoughts are random. The ideas aren't quite right. But in many cases, something will pop into your head. You'll follow up whatever you need to do, and boom, there's your answer. Sometimes it can take a little while. Sometimes you have to set an intention for the answer to arrive. And it might be minutes into hours, into days before the actual answer arrives. But you've now opened the portal, you've opened the gate, so that that information to resolve the issue is welcome in your conscious awareness. It's welcome. And when it arrives, you're there in the present moment to receive it. To receive it. Yeah. I would like to speak just briefly about the things that can get in the way of being able to be in this open state. If you judge yourself when things go wrong and start to berate yourself or blame yourself, if you start to judge others and berate or blame them, these are the main ways that we get locked out of this spacious state. So if you're finding any thoughts or feelings coming up that are in that realm of being judgmental, please, please send them to the door. Let them wait out in the cloakroom while you rest in this present moment open space, so that what you need can show up. And you're curious enough, you're open enough that you receive it. You can acknowledge it. You can assess whether it's valid or not in this present moment. And if it is, you can implement it. If it's a great idea, not quite right for now, you welcome it for seeding your curiosity and your creativity. And then you gently set it aside. Open again to whatever might be coming up now. Okay? So I invite you this week to play with this. We just taught a course last month called Soul Embodiment. It's available on our website. But in that course, I talked deeply about the attribute of curiosity and awareness and trust. And all three of these I have invoked this morning in working with whatever it is that's going on, that's keeping our technology from being able to actually offer this to you live this morning. And if you're listening to me and watching me now, you're watching a recorded version, but you still get the information. And that's the beauty of it. So take some time this week. Invoke your curiosity. Feel your feet on the ground. Drop into your bones. And watch what shows up. And enjoy.